Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Randee Saves, and today I wanted to do a chit chat video, um, mainly about CVS online ordering, but I also want to talk about other things. So first of all, I want to give thanks to all my subscribers. I think before I continue this video is that they're working on the roof, so you might hear banging or noises. There's nothing I can do about it. So CVS online ordering. I know that a lot of people are confused about certain things in online ordering, which I have addressed in other videos, but I figured that I would just consolidate them all in one video and just, hope that this video will kind of answer all the questions that you might have regarding any online ordering. So the first thing is how to get free shipping. And I have it written down because there's a lot of things that I wanted to cover. So free shipping, if there's not a code for free shipping, you simply have to do subscribe and save. Not all products qualify for subscribe and save. So certain products do not have that option. So you have to find a product that has subscribe and save if you don't have a code for free shipping. The cheapest item that I found online that it qualifies for subscribe and save is the CVS Health Panty Liners. They were 99 cents, but now they're $1.09. So after you put that 20% off, it ends up being like 87 cents or something like that. So that's the cheapest item to get free shipping. So like I've said in my Spanish videos, I'm not sure if I said it in my English videos, but you have to determine if paying $5.49 for shipping is worth it. So for example, if you're getting, let's say, $60 worth of facial care, and you only have to pay after extra bucks or after everything, you only have to pay like $1, and then you have to pay the shipping, which is $5.49, then I will consider that to be a good deal. But if you're getting an item for like 20 bucks and you have to pay like $6 out of your pocket, even with extra care bucks, then the $5.49 to me is not worth it. So every person has to determine what is worth it to them. So like I said, if you can't find an item that you're purchasing and don't want to do the subscribe and save, then $5.49 is really not that expensive if what you're getting is a lot. So for example, I had a deal a couple weeks ago for like facial care. The value for all of that would have been like $70. I did had an item that qualified for subscribe and save, but if I had not found an item like that, I would have paid the $5.49 shipping, just because it's not that, it's, $70 and pay $5.49 for shipping. You do the math. It's pretty awesome. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is that whenever you're using a subscribe and save, you cannot use a gift card. You have to use a debit or credit card. Why? Because it's a subscribed service, so they need to make sure that there is a valid card on file with funds that they can take out whenever they're shipping you the product if you don't cancel the subscription. So normally what I do whenever I'm doing the subscribe and save, if I know that I'm probably not going to keep that item as subscribe and save, I do it for 180 days, which is the max that you can have for subscribe and save. Just in case I forget or something like that, I have 180 days, which is what, 6 months, I think, to be able, is it 6 months? Yeah, to be able to cancel. And normally the items that I use for subscribe and save, if I for some reason forget, they're not that expensive, like the panty liners. Another thing is that the way I do it personally, I use a debit card that I use from surveys. So I've done another video where I explain how I get gift cards from Pinecone, which is a research or survey company. If you want to know more about that, I'll link the video at the end of this video. But essentially, I just cash out gift cards in increments of $3 or whatever I have accumulated, and I just use that to be able to pay anything. And since it's like a debit card, it will take it for the subscribe and save. So that's how I pay for my online orders if I'm not able to use a gift card. So that's an option. I know a lot of people don't like to put their credit cards or debit cards on file. The other thing that I suggest is to like, if you're worried about, your personal credit card or debit card and you still want to do deals, is to purchase a prepaid card online. For example, there's several companies where you can just buy a gift card, a prepaid card for like $5, and you can have like this is an idea, I don't know. You can, if you're in a budget, you can have like $5 each week or each month, whenever you have that. So that's it. Another thing that I want to talk about with online orders is using eBay. I'm not sure why it's not focusing. I I think there it is. Okay. Another thing is using Ebates. I always forget to mention Ebates when I'm doing my online order videos, but I do use Ebates. So essentially, you can just go to ebates.com, sign up, and every time you do any purchase online, it doesn't even have to be just CVS. It can be any purchases online. Even some Amazon orders do qualify for cashback. eBay sometimes, but anytime you do an order online and go through Ebates, you get a cash back. Every store has different percentages. Normally for CVS it's 2%, but sometimes they do have like triple weeks or double weeks for different stores. So it's really awesome. And if you use my referral link, you can get a bonus after you make a $25 purchase or more. So if you're interested in that, you can use my link. Or if you already have Ebates, please don't forget to use Ebates. I know that sometimes whenever we do online orders, it's just pennies on a dollar and the cashback is not a lot, but every penny counts, every penny counts. So for example, the orders that I showed you in my previous video just earned me 22 cents. I know, 22 cents, but like I said, it all adds up. So it's really good to, get cash back on things, even if it's just 22 cents. So please don't forget to use Ebates. I know it's probably difficult to remember, but just whenever you're doing your list or anything, put Ebates real big to make sure that you don't forget to use Ebates. Because it's really good. Just get your cash back for purchases online. Now, if you're going to do purchases in the store, don't forget to use Fetch Rewards. Even if you are buying something that doesn't give you like bonus points, just scan your receipt and get your points. I do have a referral link for that as well. You get 2,000 points whenever you use my referral link. And you can cash out as little as $3, and you can cash out for a CVS gift card for $3 for online purchases. Or what I do whenever I cash out for gift cards for CVS, if I'm not able to use it online, what I do is use it in store to pay for taxes, because I live in a state where even if the balance is zero, I still have to pay taxes on the order pre-coupon. So I think that is in most states. I think there's a few states that are excluded from that, but for the majority of the states, we do have to pay taxes on the items even if the balance is zero. So gift cards really help with that. So you will say that you really didn't pay anything out of pocket. So that's another thing. Ibotta, Saving Star, Checkout 51. Always check your rebates app. I know for me, whenever I go to the store, I always plan out, obviously. So I always go to the app and check to see if they have a rebate, and do my couponing accordingly. So just check your rebate apps. Those are the apps that I use. Fetch Rewards, Checkout 51. Ibotta and Saving Star are the rebates that I use. I don't use any other rebates, not that I know of. No, that I can think of. Those are the only rebates that I use. I don't use Checkout 51 that often because honestly, I forget about it. But I do use Ibotta. I do use Saving Star. Saving Star, I use it more for CVS because it's automatic. I don't have to upload any receipts. I use it sometimes for Publix or things. I don't go to Walmart that often. Another thing that I want to talk about, this is not online, this is just in store, and I guess you can use it online too, is to have different scenarios. So the good thing about nowadays is that we have the ability to check vlogs, YouTube videos. We can have coupon databases. Like, it's so much easier than before, because before we had to get the newspaper, the ads, and match it. Like, it will take more time. Nowadays, everything is online. Everything is really accessible and quick. So one of the things that I do suggest for a lot of people is to have different scenarios. So especially for pharmacies. Now, if for Publix and for Publix, because that's another store that I do, I really don't think that you can have different scenarios, but for the most part, everything is in stock and you can always ask for rain checks. So that's a different scenario. But when it comes to pharmacies, I always, encourage people to have a scenario. I always have 4 scenarios. I know it seems a little bit excessive, but I always have 4 scenarios because I try to not have a lot out of pocket, because like I said again, in my state I still have to pay taxes, so I always try to get the least out of pocket, including taxes. So Always have different scenarios. I mean, if you don't want to be extreme as me, just have 2 scenarios just in case they don't have something in stock. Another thing that can happen is that they might not, the prices might be different. And in my experience, I've gone like a Wednesday and then I go on Saturday to do early activation and the price is totally different. And it's just like, what happened in those days? So you always have to account for price changes, for things being out of stock, for things not being part of the offer or extra care bucks. So those are things that you have to be mindful of whenever you're doing some scenarios. So that's another tip that I have. Another thing that a lot of people don't really talk about is rain checks. So CVS does do rain check. So if something is not in stock and you think it's a fantastic price that will not come again, you can ask for a rain check. Now, I really don't ask for rain checks much. Actually, I've only asked for rain checks twice, maybe 3 times, maybe. Because when it comes to pharmacies, the sales come every month, almost every month. Like if there is a P&G offer this month, there's another one coming next month. So, sorry, my daughter. So there's always the same sales. I mean, it varies somewhat, but it's almost the same. The P&G is almost always spend 30, get 10, or if not, it's spend 20, get 5. You know, so, and shampoo, sometimes when it comes to L'Oreal, it spends 15, get, 5 or something like that. It's always the same thing. So, I don't try to get rain checks on things like that. Now, when it comes to like, detergents or something like that, or maybe a special price on a medicine or on something that you rarely see on sale, then yes, I will try to encourage a rain check. And the good thing about rain checks at CVS, as far as I know, as of today, which is, what's today? January the 16th, the rain checks never expire. So I've seen people having rain checks from 2 years ago, and hey, they can still use it because they don't expire. So, and another tip for rain checks, when you have a rain check, just make sure that they have the code and all the details. I normally suggest that when you're asking for a rain check, just cut out the little paper where the offer is, so it will be easy, there's no confusion, or just save the ad, whole ad, just in case. But you can ask for a rain check. Another thing is using the database. I always encourage to use the database. It's super easy, super quick, because sometimes people will ask me, where can I find this coupon? And honestly, sometimes I don't see the message until hours later, and by that time maybe you don't need that information anymore. So it's just really easy to go to the database. I use Southern Savers coupon database, but there's so many coupon databases that you can use. Just pick your favorite. Just Google coupon database, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them will pop up. So just, pick and choose the one that you want to use. It doesn't matter which one you use. They're all pretty much the same. Another thing that I suggest, if you go to the database and there's nothing, doesn't show that there's a coupon available, always go to the manufacturer's website, because sometimes they do have a tab where it says offers or coupons or special offers or something like that, and it will have a coupon available. For the most part, they ask you to sign up to their newsletter or something like that. But I mean, I have like 2 emails that are specifically for couponing and stuff like that, because you get bombarded by these emails. But you can also unsubscribe from them after you get a coupon. There's several things to do for that scenario. So that's one thing. And I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover in terms of CVS. Oh, another thing that I want to mention, because I went to a store and there was a person that was saying that they voided the whole transaction because the coupons didn't apply. And one of the things that I don't know if you guys know is that whenever you void a transaction, it goes against the cashier. And I know that sometimes that's the only thing that you can do, which is void a transaction. And I know that most of you guys are not there to be mean to the cashiers, but for me to avoid that situation, mainly because I don't like the whole voiding process. I just don't like all of that, just personally. But I mean, you have to do what you have to do to save money. So if something doesn't go your way, of course, you can cancel the transaction, avoid it. But the easiest way to avoid or potentially avoid voids. Okay. Is just going online on specifically for CVS, going online, CVS.com, and let's say you have a $3 off a 12 razor purchase. And sometimes those personalized coupons are worded weird. Like it will say $3 off of razor refills or any other razor. And it's confusing because is it for just the refills or is it for the razors? So the easiest way to find out if it's going to qualify for whatever you're purchasing is just go online, add the things that you're planning to buy in the store to your cart, and go ahead and see if that coupon applied. If it applied, then more than likely it will apply at the store. I've done that for Poise. For example, there was, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was a promotion where you buy 2 Poise and you get $5 in extra care bucks. And I wasn't sure which ones qualified. And I wanted to do it in store because I had a manufacturer coupon and I wanted to use 2 of them. So I also had a personalized coupon for Poise and stuff like that. So I added the cheaper one to my cart and I found out that it didn't qualify for the extra care bucks. So what I did was just go to the store and purchase the ones that I verified that qualify for that. I know you can go buy the tags in the store, but sometimes, you know, for whatever reason, if you go super early on Sunday or if you do early activation, some of the tags will not be there. So you have to kind of like figure out if that product does qualify. If you do early activation, you can't find out online, but if you go on Sunday, you can. So that's one thing. Another thing is that if online there is a product that you know that it says in the ad that it qualifies for extra care bucks, but when you go online, it says it doesn't, don't purchase it because more than likely you won't get the extra care bucks. And if you call customer service, I personally do not think that they will give you the extra care bucks. They might give it to you as a courtesy, but I don't think they will give it to you because it earned the extra care bucks, because when they look at the order, they will see that it didn't qualify for the extra care bucks. So to avoid all of that, I would just recommend that if you do an order online that you expect extra care bucks, click first to see if it qualifies for that. If it doesn't, then don't purchase it because, you know, it says that it doesn't qualify. So that's just my advice. I don't like to contact customer service for unnecessary things or for things that I know that I could have avoided. And that's not to say that if you do it, you're wrong. But in my case, personally, I just don't like to do that. So let's say if there's a product that in the ad it says, like the Poise, that situation, it said any Poise, it didn't have any exclusions, but when I added the cheaper ones, it didn't qualify. So obviously they did have exclusions, but you know, I'm not gonna go ahead and do the order and expect them to give me the extra care bucks when online it said it didn't. You know what I mean? So I only contact customer service when I know that I'm completely right, that there's no doubt in my mind that I'm right. Like for example, when I did the Nix deal and it shipped weirdly, like it shipped this week and then the other week it shipped, so it wasn't tracking. For some reason the system wasn't tracking it, so I had to contact customer service because I knew that I did the purchase. In my order it said that I qualified to get the $10 and extra care bucks, and I got it back. You know, with that being said, I do not suggest to call customer service just to call them or just because, you know, personalized coupon didn't apply. To me, if you do your research, if you do what you're supposed to do, you will find out that most of the times you would avoid that situation. Because since I started doing that online, which is like checking to see if a product qualified for a certain personalized coupon, I haven't had any problems with personalized coupon applying either at the store or online because I verify that the product is qualified for that. So that's just a little tip. And I think that's it. This is a long chit chat, but I feel like a lot of the time when I do the videos, I answer questions, you know, this and here. I don't have a dedicated video to answer specific questions about online ordering. So I feel like this video did that. And if you still have more questions, then let me know and I will try to answer as soon as possible. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.